We all have dreams, desires, and aspirations, and we constantly search for the key to unlock the doors to success, happiness, and fulfillment. But what if I told you that there's a simple, powerful phrase, just 4 words, that, when spoken, can attract anyone you desire into your life? This isn't some mystical or unrealistic promise. No, it's a universal truth, a law of attraction that has been proven time and again. These 4 words are the foundation of human connection, the spark that ignites relationships, and the secret to unlocking the doors of opportunity in your life. You've probably heard them before, but I assure you, the true power of these words goes far beyond mere speech. Are you ready to find out what they are? These words hold the power to change everything about the way you interact with the world. They are a reflection of a mindset rooted in service, in compassion, and in the genuine desire to make a difference in someone else's life. The moment you say these words, you are no longer just a passive observer. You become an active participant in another person's journey. You open the door to relationships built on trust, respect, and mutual benefit. Let me ask you, what could be more powerful than offering your assistance to others without expectation of anything in return, but simply because you care? When you speak the words, "How can I help?" you send a signal that you are open, generous, and willing to contribute. It is an invitation to others to engage with you, to share their thoughts, needs, and dreams. And when you give, truly give, with no strings attached, you create a bond that is stronger than any force in the world. People are naturally drawn to those who are genuinely interested in helping them, because we all have a deep, innate need for connection and understanding. Imagine, for a moment, that you are walking down the street and you see someone in need. Maybe they are struggling with a heavy load, or perhaps they appear lost in thought, weighed down by the burdens of life. In that moment, you could turn away, keep walking, and let them face their challenges alone. Or you could take a different approach, one that has the potential to change the entire trajectory of your interaction with that person, and indeed your life. What if you could make a profound impact in that brief encounter with nothing more than 4 simple words? How can I help? These words, when spoken with sincerity and genuine intent, carry more weight than any grand gesture or carefully rehearsed speech. They transcend barriers of status, culture, and background. They create connections where none seem possible and open doors that otherwise might have remained closed. Now, think about how often we approach life with the expectation of receiving. We walk into situations wondering, what's in it for me? We seek out relationships, opportunities, and experiences that promise personal gain. But what if we flip that script? What if we began to approach the world not from the standpoint of what we can get, but from the perspective of what we can give? That's where the power of "How can I help?" comes into play. When you say these words, you are making an intentional choice to focus outward. You are telling the world, I am here to contribute. I am here to serve. This mindset has the power to completely transform your interactions and relationships. By simply offering your help, you are stepping into a space of selflessness, and the universe has a way of rewarding that selflessness with abundance. It's a principle that is as old as time. What you give, you will receive. And when you give from a place of genuine concern and willingness, the returns are immeasurable. But let's pause for a moment and reflect on why these words are so impactful. In today's world, it's easy to become wrapped up in our own concerns. We live in a society that often emphasizes individual success and achievement, where personal advancement seems to be the primary focus. Yet, deep down, we all know that true success comes not from what we achieve for ourselves, but from the relationships we build and the impact we make on others. And there's no better way to build meaningful relationships than by offering help. When you say, "How can I help?" you are making a commitment to another person's well-being, and in turn you are creating a bond of trust. This bond, when nurtured, becomes the foundation for long-lasting connections. Think about it: when someone asks you for help, you are more likely to feel a sense of gratitude and appreciation. You feel seen, valued, and respected. Now imagine how someone would feel when you approach them with those 4 words. How can I help? They may not even know how to respond at first, because it's so rare to encounter someone who is genuinely focused on their needs rather than their own. But that moment of surprise is where the magic happens. In that brief exchange, you have already established trust, and trust is the currency of great relationships. These four words also signal a mindset shift that can elevate your entire life. It's about understanding that the world does not revolve around your needs and desires. The more you focus on others, the more you begin to realize that helping them is not a burden, but an opportunity. You have the power to change someone's day, to alleviate their stress, or to offer guidance they may be desperately seeking. And as you begin to help, you will find that people are naturally drawn to you. They will respect you, admire you, and want to be around you because you've become someone who adds value to their lives. Furthermore, offering help opens up a realm of possibilities that you might have never considered. It encourages a mindset of abundance, where you begin to see the world as a place full of opportunities to give. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you begin to see what you can offer, whether that's time, knowledge, support, or simply a listening ear. This shift in focus can change everything, because when you approach life with a giving attitude, the opportunities to receive inevitably follow. This is not some abstract concept. It's a principle that has worked for countless individuals who have gone on to achieve great things. But why is it that people are often hesitant to offer help? Sometimes, it's because we are unsure of how to offer it or fear rejection. We worry that our help might not be wanted, or that it will be seen as intrusive. But let me remind you, when you offer help with sincerity and humility, the intention is what matters most. It's not about grand gestures or expecting something in return. It's about showing up for others in a meaningful way. The more you practice offering help, the more natural it becomes, and the greater the impact you'll have on those around you. In the end, the simple act of saying, "How can I help?" does more than just assist someone in a moment of need. It has the power to transform the way you see the world. It fosters a culture of service, connection, and mutual respect. When you live by this principle, you begin to attract the right people into your life. People who are also focused on giving, on building meaningful connections, and on making the world a better place. And through that, you will find that the doors to success, happiness, and fulfillment will open wide before you. Imagine the power of having every interaction in your life rooted in a single, simple question. How can I help? What if I told you that this question, when asked with sincerity, can break down walls, build bridges, and open doors to endless possibilities? In a world that often seems obsessed with personal gain, where people are constantly looking for what they can take from others, the act of offering help, without expectation of return, becomes an incredibly rare and valuable gift. But it's not just about being generous or kind, it's about the transformational power that comes with adopting a mindset focused on serving others. Now, I want you to picture for a moment how your life would change if you approached every interaction with this question in mind. Whether you're at work, at home, or simply out in the world, imagine looking at every situation through the lens of, "How can I help?" By doing so, you are shifting your focus from, "What's in it for me?" to, "What can I give?" This shift in perspective may seem subtle, but it has the power to completely transform the way you interact with the world. It changes your relationships, your opportunities, and your overall success in ways that are both profound and lasting. It's important to recognize that the act of offering help is not just about providing material assistance, it's about giving of yourself. Sometimes, help means offering advice, listening attentively, or simply being present for someone who needs support. By choosing to help, you're telling the world that you care about others, not just when it's convenient, but when it truly matters. This shift in focus creates a ripple effect. The more you help others, the more others will be inspired to help you in return. It's a cycle of positive energy that builds upon itself, creating a powerful network of support and trust that can propel you forward in ways you never imagined. Think about the times when someone has offered their help to you. It wasn't just the act itself that made it meaningful. It was the feeling that accompanied it. When someone helps you, they are not just solving a problem or meeting a need. They are telling you that they value you, that you matter, that your success is important to them. This feeling of being seen and appreciated is what makes help so powerful. It's what builds deep connections and lasting bonds between people. When you approach others with the question, "How can I help?" you are offering that same gift, letting them know that you see them, you value them, and you want to contribute to their well-being. But let's dive deeper into why this works so powerfully. At the core of every meaningful relationship is trust. Trust is the foundation upon which all human connections are built. And trust is earned through actions, through showing up, through offering help, and through demonstrating your commitment to others' success. By consistently asking, "How can I help?" you are not just offering assistance. You are demonstrating that you are a person who can be relied upon. You are showing that you are dependable, trustworthy, and willing to put others' needs above your own. In a world that often feels self-centered, these traits stand out, and they attract people who want to be around you. Trust becomes the currency that fuels your relationships and opens doors to opportunities that might otherwise be out of reach. But the real magic happens when you begin to notice how your actions start to transform the way others view you. As you consistently offer your help, you will find that people are naturally drawn to you. They will begin to see you as a problem solver, as someone who is not just out for personal gain, but someone who is invested in the success and happiness of others. This is an incredibly powerful position to be in because it creates a space where mutual respect and cooperation thrive. People are not attracted to self-serving individuals. They are attracted to those who are genuinely interested in making a positive impact in their lives. When you ask, "How can I help?" you are opening the door to countless opportunities for personal and professional growth. By offering your help, you are not just giving to others, you are also growing yourself. The more you help, the more you learn, the more you connect, and the more you expand your own abilities and understanding of the world around you. You are building a network of relationships that are grounded in trust and respect, and these relationships are often the foundation for opportunities that can propel you forward. Whether it's a new job, a business opportunity, or a lifelong friendship, the act of helping others creates a foundation upon which everything else is built. In the workplace, for example, people who are seen as helpful and reliable are often the ones who get promoted, the ones who are trusted with more responsibility, and the ones who build the strongest relationships with colleagues and superiors. Why? Because they've built a reputation as someone who can be counted on, someone who cares about the success of others and is willing to contribute to the overall success of the team. It's not about asking, "What's in it for me?" but about asking, "How can I help?" When you do that, the rewards, whether they come in the form of recognition, respect, or new opportunities, are often greater than you could have imagined. In your personal life, the same principle applies. The relationships you build with your family, friends, and acquaintances are all based on the simple act of offering help and support. The more you offer, the more you create bonds that are built to last. People are naturally attracted to those who are willing to give without expecting anything in return. It's this selflessness that creates deep, meaningful relationships that enrich your life and the lives of others. The truth is that when you focus on helping others, you are not just benefiting them, you are benefiting yourself as well. The more you help, the more you grow. The more you give, the more you receive. It's the timeless principle of reciprocity at work. By consistently asking, "How can I help?" you are positioning yourself as a person of value, a person who contributes to the world in meaningful ways. And as you do so, you will find that the world begins to open up to you in ways you never expected. Opportunities will appear. People will seek you out. Success will follow. All because you chose to focus on helping others first. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success is a matter of what we do for ourselves, about the efforts we put in to advance our own agendas. But what if the key to unlocking real success lies not in striving for personal gain, but in striving to give to others? Think about it. If the people around you are successful, if they're thriving, if their needs are being met, doesn't that naturally create a space where your own success can flourish as well? Success then becomes a shared experience, not a solitary one. And it begins with asking the simple question, "How can I help?" Now think about how this works in practice. Every time you help someone, you are strengthening the bonds between you and that person. When someone is struggling with a task and you step in to offer your assistance, you are not just giving them your time or effort. You are giving them the assurance that they are not alone. People remember those who help them, especially in moments of need. The power of offering help is not just in the immediate action, but in the lasting impression it leaves. You become a person who can be counted on, someone who adds value to the lives of others, and this becomes the foundation of trust and respect. Think about the relationships that matter the most in your life. Aren't they the ones where mutual support and giving are at the core? Whether it's a friendship, a family connection, or a business partnership, the best relationships are built on a simple principle: service. People who serve each other, who offer help and support, create lasting, meaningful connections that are incredibly difficult to break. These relationships aren't based on transactional exchanges. They are based on mutual respect, trust, and a genuine desire to make each other's lives better. This is why the question, "How can I help?" is so powerful. It's not just a polite way to offer assistance. It's an invitation to engage in a deeper, more meaningful connection with others. It's an invitation to show up for someone, not because you expect something in return, but because you understand the power of giving. When you approach the world with this mindset, you start to see the abundance that exists all around you. You begin to realize that the more you give, the more you receive, not necessarily in material wealth, but in the richness of the relationships and opportunities that open up as a result. But let's dive even deeper into how this works on a practical level. When you consistently approach life with the question, "How can I help?" you are changing the way people perceive you. You are no longer just another person in the crowd, another face in the crowd. You become someone who stands out, someone who is actively engaged in the world around them, who is always looking for ways to contribute. And this attitude is contagious. When others see you helping, they are more likely to help as well. They will want to be around you, they will want to collaborate with you, and they will want to support your efforts because they know that you are invested in their success. This principle is crucial, particularly in the world of business. Success in business is rarely about one person's individual efforts. It's about the relationships you build with others, the partnerships you create, the networks you form, and the trust you cultivate with clients and colleagues all stem from your willingness to offer help. When you become known as someone who genuinely cares about helping others succeed, you build a reputation that is worth more than any skill or product you could offer. People want to do business with those they trust, and trust is built through service. In your personal life, the impact of asking, "How can I help?" is equally profound. Think about the people you care about, your family, your friends, your neighbors. What do they need from you? How can you show up for them in a way that is meaningful and impactful? It might be something small, like offering to help with a chore, or something larger, like being there for someone during a difficult time. But in all cases, when you offer your help, you are creating a space for deeper connection. You are strengthening your relationships and making them more resilient. And in doing so, you are creating a foundation of support that will be there when you need it most. It's also important to recognize that offering help doesn't always have to be a grand gesture. Sometimes, the simplest acts of kindness can have the most profound impact. Whether it's listening attentively when someone needs to talk, offering encouragement when someone feels discouraged, or just being present when someone needs a friend, these small acts of service can make a world of difference. And the more you practice this mindset of helping, the more natural it becomes. It stops being something you do and starts becoming a part of who you are. There's also a deeper psychological effect at play here. When you make helping others a priority, you begin to see the world differently. You begin to see abundance where others might see scarcity. You start to notice opportunities to help in every situation. You stop focusing on what you don't have and start focusing on what you can give. This shift in mindset is incredibly powerful because it opens your eyes to the endless possibilities for growth, connection, and success that are all around you. The more you help, the more you grow. The more you offer, the more you receive. This is not just a principle for personal growth. It's a principle that governs the universe. It's a law of nature. And when you live by it, you'll find that your life begins to expand in ways you never imagined. The relationships you build, the opportunities you create, and the success you achieve will all be the result of one simple, powerful question. How can I help? This question has the ability to transform everything about your life, your relationships, and your success, because it shifts your focus from what you can get to what you can give. And in giving, you will find that you receive more than you ever could have imagined. In a world that often seems driven by competition, scarcity, and the pursuit of personal achievement, it can be easy to overlook one of the most important truths about human interaction. The more you help others, the more you ultimately help yourself. This isn't some abstract or theoretical idea. It's a tangible, practical principle that, when understood and applied, can radically transform your life. Think about it for a moment. When you choose to step outside of yourself, to offer your help without expecting anything in return, you are planting the seeds for growth that will, in time, yield results far greater than anything you could achieve by focusing solely on your own needs. The remarkable thing about helping others is that it often has a ripple effect. When you help someone, you are not just giving them what they need in the moment. You are inspiring them to do the same for others. This creates a chain reaction, where acts of kindness and service multiply and expand. In a way, it becomes a movement driven not by self-interest, but by the desire to contribute, to improve, and to make a difference. And as you build a life rooted in service, you will find that people are drawn to you. They will want to be around you, to work with you, to collaborate with you, because you've become someone who adds value to their lives. This doesn't just make you a better person. It makes you an incredibly attractive person in every sense of the word. When you approach the world with the mindset of offering help, you shift your focus away from what you can get to what you can give. You stop measuring success by how much you accumulate, and instead, you begin to measure it by how much you contribute. The more you give, the more you find that you attract the right people into your life. The ones who are also focused on serving, on helping, and on lifting each other up. These are the relationships that stand the test of time, because they are not based on what you can take, but on what you can give. It is this foundation of mutual support that forms the bedrock of true success. This shift in focus isn't just about helping others. It's also about helping yourself. The more you give, the more you receive. The law of reciprocity is not a mere social construct. It's a fundamental principle of human interaction. When you help someone, you don't just change their world. You change yours as well. You expand your own capabilities, your own circle of influence, and your own opportunities. By offering help, you position yourself as someone who is reliable, someone who can be trusted. And that trust is a powerful currency in both personal and professional relationships. The more you are seen as someone who is genuinely focused on others, the more people will want to help you when you need it most. Think about the most successful individuals you know, whether in business, in personal life, or in any field. The ones who truly stand out are the ones who are always looking for ways to help. They are not sitting back waiting for opportunities to come to them. They are actively creating opportunities by offering their assistance, by adding value, and by being present for others. This is how great leaders are made. It's not about taking credit or seeking recognition. It's about creating an environment where others feel supported, where they feel seen, and where they feel empowered to do their best work. When you ask, "How can I help?" you are not just asking a question. You are making a statement. You are declaring that your focus is outward, that your attention is on others, and that your energy is devoted to making a positive impact. In doing so, you instantly become more attractive to those around you. People are drawn to those who give without expecting anything in return, because that's a rare quality in today's world. In a society where people are often preoccupied with their own needs, it's refreshing to encounter someone who is truly concerned with the well-being of others. This simple yet powerful question becomes a magnet for opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are aligned with your values and your vision. But let's explore the practical side of this. Think about your own life and the moments when you felt most connected to others. Wasn't it when you were giving, when you were offering help, when you were investing in someone else's success? It's in those moments that you feel truly alive, truly fulfilled. You begin to realize that success is not a solo endeavor. It's a collaborative process, one that is deeply rooted in the relationships you build with others. When you help someone, you are not just improving their life, you are improving your own. This principle extends far beyond the realm of personal relationships. In business, the most successful entrepreneurs and leaders are often the ones who lead by helping. They understand that the key to long-term success lies in the ability to serve others, whether it's through providing value to customers, helping employees reach their potential, or creating a culture of support and collaboration. By focusing on the needs of others, they create environments where innovation, creativity, and growth can flourish. In turn, their businesses thrive, and they find themselves surrounded by people who want to work with them, support them, and see them succeed. So, the next time you encounter a challenge or an opportunity, ask yourself, how can I help? It's not just about making the right choice in that moment. It's about creating a habit, a mindset, a way of life. The more you make helping others a priority, the more you will find that the world opens up to you. You will attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances to help you achieve your own success. But even more importantly, you will discover a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that you are making a difference in the lives of those around you. And as you continue to give, you will find that the more you help, the more you are ultimately helping yourself. Success is not merely the result of individual effort, nor is it about achieving personal goals in isolation. True success is the outcome of our relationships, the way we connect with others, and the value we bring into the lives of those around us. When you stop focusing on your own desires and instead focus on how you can assist others, something extraordinary happens. You begin to attract people who want to be part of your journey. These aren't just any people. They are the ones who recognize your worth, who resonate with your generosity, and who want to support you because you've made them feel seen, heard, and valued. Think about the concept of service for a moment. It's easy to think of service as something that's done for others without expecting anything in return. But in reality, when you offer your help, you're not just assisting someone with their task or solving a problem. They're also offering you something in return, though it may not always be tangible. The respect, trust, and goodwill that you earn when you offer your help are far more valuable than anything money can buy. These qualities create bonds that last a lifetime, bonds that will serve you in ways you can't even predict. When you commit to helping others, you don't just make an impact on their lives. You open up opportunities for growth, learning, and expansion that would have never come your way otherwise. Offering help isn't just about being generous, it's about positioning yourself in a place of abundance. You begin to see the world differently. Instead of feeling constrained by limited resources, you start to recognize the endless possibilities around you. Opportunities begin to appear that were once hidden. And it all starts with a single mindset shift, focusing on what you can give, not just on what you can take. It's this selfless attitude that attracts opportunities. The more you give, the more people are drawn to you, not because they want something from you, but because they recognize the value you bring to their lives. The principle of reciprocity is a powerful force in the world of relationships. When you show up for others, when you offer them your time, energy, and resources, you make it clear that you're not just focused on your own needs, but on the success and happiness of those around you. And when you do this consistently, the world responds in kind. People want to work with you, collaborate with you, and share opportunities with you, because they see that you are a person of substance, someone who gives without asking for anything in return. Think about the way this plays out in your professional life. In the world of business, the most successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and influencers are those who have mastered the art of giving. They understand that their success isn't just about the product or service they offer. It's about the relationships they build, the trust they cultivate, and the value they create for others. They're not just focused on making a sale or closing a deal. They're focused on helping others achieve their goals, on making a real difference in their lives. And in return, their businesses flourish because they've created a network of people who are eager to support them, share their vision, and contribute to their success. When you approach life with this mindset of giving, you stop worrying about whether or not people will give back. You know that the more you offer, the more you'll receive, not just in material wealth, but in every aspect of life. The more you help others, the more you develop a reputation as someone who can be trusted, someone who is dependable, someone who adds value. And as this reputation spreads, you begin to attract people who are also focused on giving, who want to collaborate, and who want to be part of your mission. This is the power of how can I help? It creates an environment of collaboration, trust, and mutual respect. It breaks down the walls of competition and creates a space where people are more inclined to support each other. When you offer help, you are not just benefiting someone else, you are also benefiting yourself. The more you give, the more you expand your network, your opportunities, and your reach. You position yourself as someone who is proactive, who takes initiative, and who is always looking for ways to create value in the world. But let's not forget the impact this has on your personal life. Relationships are built on trust, and trust is built on actions. When you consistently show up for others, when you offer your help without expecting anything in return, you create a solid foundation of trust that will serve you in ways that go beyond your immediate needs. These relationships become your support system, your safety net, and your source of strength when challenges arise. The more you help, the deeper these bonds grow, and the more rewarding your personal connections become. This principle doesn't just apply to the relationships you have with others, it also applies to the relationship you have with yourself. The act of helping others has a profound effect on your own sense of purpose, fulfillment, and self-worth. When you give of yourself, you tap into a deeper sense of meaning. You begin to feel like you're part of something larger than yourself, part of a collective effort to make the world a better place. This sense of purpose brings a level of joy and satisfaction that no material possession or individual achievement ever could. So, the next time you find yourself wondering how to succeed, ask yourself, how can I help? Shift your focus from what you can get to what you can give. The more you help others, the more you will find that the universe begins to respond in kind. Opportunities will appear. Relationships will deepen. Success will follow, not just in the traditional sense, but in a more profound, fulfilling way. You will create a life built on service, on connection, and on making a real difference in the lives of those around you. And in doing so, you will find that your own life is richer, more rewarding, and more successful than you ever imagined. Consider for a moment that you hold the power to unlock opportunities, create lasting relationships, and manifest success, all through a single, simple approach. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or waiting for someone to hand you a key to success. It's about recognizing the power you already possess within yourself and how the way you engage with the world can change everything. The secret lies in offering help, in asking the simple question, how can I help? This question does not only create immediate results, it plants the seeds for long-term growth, wealth, and happiness. The more you embrace this principle, the more you'll notice how much power lies in selflessness. In every interaction, when you make the choice to ask how you can assist someone, you're doing something that most people fail to do. You are focusing entirely on the other person. It seems like a small act, but it has monumental consequences. You are telling the world that your priority is not what you can get out of the situation, but what you can contribute. And this shift in mindset is incredibly powerful, because it changes how people perceive you. When you enter a conversation with the intent to help, people immediately sense that energy. You go from being someone looking to take something to someone who is offering value. This shift not only elevates you but also transforms the dynamics of every relationship. People are inherently drawn to those who serve them, those who put others before themselves. Think of the relationships in your life that have had the deepest impact. Aren't those the ones where both sides give and receive in equal measure? It's a natural human instinct to want to help and be helped, and the more you make helping others your priority, the more you will see how others will flock to you. When you adopt this principle, it's like building a magnetic field around you, a magnetic field that draws in the right people, opportunities, and experiences that align with your values. On a personal level, offering help strengthens your connections and your ability to influence others. When you ask someone, how can I help? You are showing them, in a very real way, that they matter. It's not about grand gestures, it's about showing genuine concern for their well-being. People want to feel valued, and by offering help, you ensure that they feel seen. This is an invaluable currency in any relationship, whether it's a professional partnership, a friendship, or a familial bond. You are not just investing time, you are investing in the human connection. This investment often pays dividends that are immeasurable. in ways that go far beyond immediate gain. But let's step back for a moment and examine how this principle of offering help applies to your success. We often think that success is about personal effort and achievement. We focus on individual tasks, personal milestones, and goals. While those things are important, they pale in comparison to the success that comes from creating a network of people who believe in you, who support you, and who want to see you succeed. These are the people who become your allies, your supporters, your partners in success. And you attract them not by focusing on your own gain, but by offering help, by showing that you are invested in their well-being. When you help others succeed, you become a part of their success story. And when they succeed, you succeed alongside them. In the business world, this is a principle that separates the great from the mediocre. The most successful people in business are not those who constantly take. They are the ones who give, who create value, and who support others. They know that when they focus on helping their clients, colleagues, or employees, everyone wins. They don't just create profits, they create loyalty, trust, and goodwill, things that can never be bought with money. This kind of success based on giving outlasts temporary wins. It's sustainable long-term and far more rewarding. Moreover, when you adopt this mindset, your life becomes an endless loop of giving and receiving. You give your time, your resources, your energy, and your help to others, and in return, you receive the goodwill, opportunities, and success that you seek. It's not a matter of trying to get something in return. It's about creating a culture of support and collaboration that surrounds you. This is how empires are built. Not just on individual ambition, but on the collective efforts of many who help each other along the way. And it doesn't stop there. The more you help, the more you expand your own capacity for growth. Helping others forces you to develop new skills, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to become more adaptable. It pushes you to grow in ways that personal success simply cannot. Each act of service, no matter how small, contributes to your personal development. You learn patience, understanding, empathy, and a variety of other qualities that make you not only better at helping others, but better at navigating the challenges and opportunities that life throws at you. The more you help, the more you become the kind of person who attracts positive situations, growth, and expansion. Think of how many moments in life are defined by the people who stepped in and offered help when it was needed most. Whether it's a mentor offering advice, a friend lending support during difficult times, or a colleague assisting with a project, those moments of help often lead to profound shifts in both personal and professional lives. You, too, can create these moments for others. Each time you step up to offer assistance, you create a space where possibilities open up. You help others see the potential they may not have recognized in themselves. You empower them, and in doing so, you empower yourself. As you continue to ask, "How can I help?" you will find that your influence grows. You will attract the right people into your life, the ones who share your values, who want to contribute, and who recognize the power of serving others. These relationships will open doors for you in ways that you could never predict, bringing you opportunities, support, and success. The more you focus on helping others, the more you will realize that in doing so, you are building the path to your own greatness. As we journey through life, we often search for ways to stand out, to make a mark, and to create success. But the greatest and most lasting success is not found in the pursuit of individual gain. It's found in the simple, powerful act of offering help. The more you focus on helping others, the more you find that success follows naturally. By asking, "How can I help?" you not only enrich the lives of those around you, but you create an environment where opportunities, relationships, and personal growth flourish. The world responds to generosity, to selflessness, and to those who put the needs of others before their own. Every act of service you offer plants a seed that grows into trust, respect, and connection, elements that lay the foundation for a rich, fulfilling life. When you help others succeed, you find that your own success is intertwined with theirs, and the support, love, and opportunities you give to the world come back to you in ways that are both unexpected and deeply rewarding. So, let this be your guide. Don't wait for success to find you. Become someone who actively seeks to help, who gives without expecting, and who consistently lifts others up. You'll discover that in helping others, you create a life full of purpose, influence, and the kind of success that lasts. The power of asking, How can I help? Will unlock doors, build connections, and lead you to a future far greater than anything you could have imagined on your own. The real secret to attracting success, happiness, and fulfillment lies in one simple truth. When you help others, you're not just giving. You're creating the life you've always dreamed of.